Randy with Ragamuffinpiper over here in the gathering yard, I guess you can call it, closer to the house. It's a rainy day and I've got some probably totally useful, no, most likely useless information and a memory. Got my Grand Duke. It's Dr. Graybow, Grand Duke. Is that what it is? Royal Duke, sorry. Royal Duke. Not one of my favorite pipes. It's a 6mm. It doesn't smoke bad. It's one of those ones that I would take out in the forest, go for a walk, go fishing, hunting. If I break it or lose it, it doesn't break my heart. You ever buy something and not do the full research like you always do? I ended up with one that has a bowl that's a little bit smaller than I like to have. I like them to be bigger around. But in it is what I was going to talk to you about. I got a new thought and an old memory. The new thought here is I have some tobacco that I bought from Boswell, and it's Piper's Pleasure. Now the Dutch Treat, I love that. That was great stuff. Probably the best cherry type blend I've ever had. But the Piper's Pleasure, it didn't do much for me. I guess cocoa, when it's too strong for me, is just it's not one of my flavors that I enjoy a lot. But this morning, on my coffee break, looking at some of my jars that I don't pull out of very often, I thought, how am I going to get rid of this stuff? And I have some Lane TK6, which is a cherry blend from Lane, which is one of my favorite cherry blends that I do enjoy by itself. And so I committed the Piper's rule against rules. It's not true. I think all of us do it a little bit. I blended Piper's Pleasure and TK6 from Lane. I blended them together 50-50. That's the best Piper's Pleasure I've ever had. It's not bad. If you're looking for a blend that you can marry together and get a little bit of cherry flavor out of it, and if you like Piper's Pleasure and you mix the two with some TK6 from Lane, this isn't a review, this is just an admission. It's not bad. Uh-oh, here comes a train. I better hurry. So this is just a short video to say midweek hellos and share a memory. Right over here, and I'll put a picture up, I have a memorial. Now, when I was a kid growing up, my parents used to take me to the cemetery several times a year, and we'd clean off all the gravestones, and they'd walk me to all of them, and my mom would buy silk flowers, and we would always talk about who they were, and I knew where they were buried. And even after my mom and dad passed away, I would go out to my grandmother's graveside and clean them off and wash them and put some new flowers out and visit my uncle, and several uncles now, most all of them. And those people, and just spend some time there. Now, at my mom and dad's grave, a lot of times I would take coffee and sit there and just take a break and talk, probably mostly to myself, but made me feel better. And since I live so far away now, I can't do that. So in my front yard I have a memorial. It has my wife's family name there and my family name there, and I often take a chair there and just sit and have a conversation or think about memories that we made from the past. Those old memories that make you smile, tug at your heartstrings, And I was thinking, you know, maybe I would share that with you. You know, maybe you can't get to a gravesite, or maybe you don't have a lot of happy places to go, or something to sit down and just think a little bit about the good times you had. And I don't know what that represents for you, but maybe you have a special place nearby. Maybe it's beside a river or a creek, park that you go to. I'd like to hear about them. I'd like to hear about where you go to ponder the past. And so I shot some fall time video for you this morning, and I thought we'd end this video with just some quiet time of enjoying the changing of the colors, the beauty of nature. Y'all know that I like to mix that in with my videos sometimes, and I apologize to those of you who don't come here for that, but that's what the channel is. It's pipes, it's coffee, it's life lessons, and sometimes it's just a quiet moment to help you and me through our day. I hope you enjoy it. It's Randy, Ragamuffinpiper. Thanks for joining me. We'll see you soon. Thank each and every one of you for subscribing and for dropping in from time to time and keeping me company. We'll see you real soon.